all know that the Earth is absolutely massive. But in today's video, we're going to be reacting to how big the Earth actually is. I mean, when I'm on a flight, I can see how big the Earth is, but obviously that isn't to scale at all. So let's get straight into this. Here we go.
Gigantic.
It is
but
big.
No one really seems to understand
It's
just
the UK!
how gigantic it really is.
Let's find out. I'm
This
so
often leads to all
excited for
sorts of
this. I'm so
strange,
excited.
convoluted ideas about what the
Oh,
Earth.
hang on. Yeah, if any of you believe that the Earth is flat, you're stupid. You're actually so silly. If you believe that the Earth is flat, like this diagram shows, you're so thick.
looks like and how it works.
Let's go.
The diameter of Earth
Let's
is
go.
around 12,742 kilometers,
Damn.
or 7,918 miles.
Damn. I've barely done that in my car. Actually, I haven't done it in my new one. In my old car, I barely did that. That's insane.
Making a circumference of 40,030 kilometers,
Damn!
or 24,874 miles.
I wonder how long it would take to fly around the Earth once. Siri, how long would it take to fly around the Earth once? 51 hours! Oh my god! That's a lot of miles.
There's a big problem. What does this even mean?
What does it
Who
mean?
even knows what 40,000 kilometers is?
Exactly.
It's a
Visualize
large
it.
number.
Let's visualize
And that's about where it ends.
I'm excited for this. I'm so excited.
Fortunately, the video does not end here,
Yes!
because the Earth is gigantic more than you can believe. But in order to get a better idea about the scale of the Earth, we're going to need to increase our dimensions.
Okay, this is going to be so good. I feel like this is going to absolutely blow my mind.
This is any average person standing on the Earth near sea level.
How
Looking
tall?
across the Earth at eye
5'8"?
level, you'll see something like this. From this perspective, it is impossible to get any
Okay.
idea of how big the Earth is,
Agreed.
other than just big.
Absolutely.
But
There's mountains,
maybe removing
a
some of the
skyscraper.
visual obstacles will help. That still looks pretty flat.
It looks like a super flat world on Minecraft.
Well, anyway, if we ascend to the tops of the trees, it looks pretty much the same.
It does look the
Even at
exact
the
same.
very top
Get
of
us
the
on the
Burj
Burj
Khalifa,
Khalifa,
the
come
tallest
on.
building in the world, there's not much more to see.
Even when you're flying, like when you're in the sky and you like look out the window, as much as it's like, wow, I'm 30,000 feet in the sky right now, it doesn't actually look that big below you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's still like, you've never seen anything like it in your life if you've never flew before, but like when you're actually up there, it's like, the scale isn't crazy. Because I imagine the only thing that you could see is like a couple hundred miles in each direction, so the scale isn't crazy.
With the exception of a few distant mountains. Ascending to the tops of the mountains,
I
there's
imagine
still
we'll go
no
to
clear
flight height.
reference for the size of the Earth.
Very true, very
Even
true.
removing the visual obstacles for a clear view of the horizon,
Super
the
flat.
curvature is minimal.
It would be quite hard to actually see the actual, like, perspective of the world because it's circular. It's round. Like, you can't see around. So if this is the Earth, you could see this part here, but then all this part down below, you couldn't see any of it.
I think it's clear at this point that the Earth is rather large.
Pretty big, pretty big.
Ascending to the cruising altitude of airliners, the
Ah!
Earth still looks remarkably flat.
See?
But this should
See what I mean? I just said that. I didn't even know that was going to come up.
Earth still looks remarkably flat.
It does,
But this
tiny.
should come as no surprise for the reason that the
Plane's
Earth's
gonna
design
crash
is
into us.
absolutely gigantic.
Bang.
At 100 kilometers, the border of space,
Nice.
the curvature is now quite visible.
Yeah, so you can see it there. Like, I've seen that video on Dude Perfect where I think it was Cody goes up to space and he looks out and you can see the curvature, but it still doesn't look absolutely huge. It's sort of just like an expanded version of an aeroplane.
In space, the Earth appears to extend on for quite some time.
It does.
Likely because it's gigantic.
Yes.
Anyway, if we ascend to over 4 times this altitude, we'll find the International Space Station. At this
Oh
point,
my god, that story of them people being caught in an international space station for like another 170 days is crazy. And they only got £5 extra per day even though they were there for 170 days. That's insane.
we can
Anyway.
clearly see the curvature of the Earth.
That looks
but
cool.
even 4
see what I
times
mean? You can't see the
farther
whole
than
thing.
the edge of space, you can still only see a small section of
Yeah,
the Earth.
it's round, isn't it?
Here's the
It's like,
thing,
it's like
though.
1/8, if that.
We're 4 times farther than the border of space.
Yeah.
But if we take a bit more than a step back, we can see that we aren't actually that far above the Earth.
See?
It almost looks as if we're only a few dozen kilometers above the Earth.
Yeah, it
not
does.
several hundred. Looking at the cruising altitude of airliners from this perspective, it's
Oh,
easy
wow.
to see why the Earth was looking so flat when we were
What? That's the distance visualized between airlines and the Earth. That's insane.
at that altitude. Viewing the entire Earth certainly gives a
That's
different
crazy.
perspective.
Whoa, whoa, that's
Speaking of viewing the
crazy.
entire Earth, this is Mount Everest.
What?
Oh, what? You don't see it? Well,
oh.
it's right here. Not like
Shut
the real
up!
one.
Shut up! Was it there? Was it there originally? Wait, hang on. Did he put it?
Well,
did he actually put it there?
It's right here.
What? Oh, he did! You can see the little speck. Look at my mouse. I'm circling. He did. Look, it will zoom into it.
You don't see it? Well, it's right here.
Oh
Not
my
like
god! You're joking. Has that been there the whole time? There's no way.
That altitude. This
Wait, that is crazy. Mount Everest is that. That little speck. What is going on?
is Mount Everest.
That's blown my mind.
Oh, what? You don't see it? Well, it's right here.
That's blown my mind.
Like in the real world, but I mean, like, that's where it is here.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's not like actually, even viewing it in 8K, you can barely see it. And in reality, it'd be even more difficult to see Mount Everest because
That's blown my mind. You could look, you just can't see it. Oh my god, that's literally the biggest thing known to humans and you can't even see it.
all the other mountains surrounding it. And while we're viewing the entire Earth,
That's
we might as
crazy.
well try traveling around it.
Yes.
Walking around the Earth would take a full year. Obviously, ignoring the water and whatever other obstacles
Wait, that seems quite a short amount of time to walk around the Earth. I thought it would take like 5 years. 365 days. I thought it would be way longer.
you may encounter. Driving around the Earth, its standard highway speeds
50?
would take around 2 weeks of
2
continuous
weeks,
driving.
okay.
Again,
So why was it
ignoring
51
any
days to
obstacles.
fly around it?
Flying around the Earth in an airliner
Hang
would
on.
take 2 full days.
Right, Siri's a liar. Siri's a liar. Wait, oh, it was 51 hours. I said 51 hours, right? Not 51 days. I hope I said 51 hours. VAR, please. Let's check. Let's have a little look. Siri, how long would it take to fly around the Earth once? 51 hours!
Even traveling around the Earth at the
48
speed of
hours is still
sound
crazy,
would
though.
take 32 hours.
What?
But you might actually be traveling faster than this
32 hours
right
for the speed of
now.
sound.
The Earth is so large that despite taking nearly 24 hours to make one full rotation,
Yeah.
anyone near the equator will be traveling 1,674 kilometers per hour, or Mach
What?
1.3.
What? So when Bolt ran the 100 meters, he's not doing like 20 miles per hour. He's actually doing 1,000 fucking 40.
Well, except that the Earth is also orbiting the Sun, and
Yeah.
the Sun is orbiting the Milky Way.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
But
Go
at
on,
least
keep
the air
telling
is
me.
moving along with you, so that you're not being faced with supersonic winds.
Yeah, I've never
and-
understood that. How we can do, like, if we're moving at 1,400 miles an hour, why aren't I just flying around right now? I know gravity in that, but like, even so, wind should like blow in my face, surely.
Fun fact, because of the Earth's spin and its shape, you actually weigh less at the equator than at the poles.
Really?
Your mass is still the same, it's just your weight is less.
Oh, that's cool.
But the change in weight is very negligible. So
If you want to go on a weight loss journey, move to the equator. There you go. If you're fat, you know what to do.
you'll likely never know.
Oh.
Anyway, Earth has a surface area of 51 billion hectares. This means that if every
Damn.
person on the Earth were spaced out with equal distances from everyone else, each person would have over 6 hectares entirely for themselves.
That's like a few football
Well,
fields.
except nearly 71% of Earth is covered with water.
Great point.
But even
Very
only
good
counting
point.
the surface area of the land, each person would have over 1.8 hectares all to themselves.
that's-
well, and
that's over a
probably
football
some
field.
animals, trees, rocks, and whatever else.
Nice.
Okay, but let's try
Why don't we just
scaling
do that?
everything down a bit.
Have my
If
little
you were
gap.
half the height of a grain of sand, the Earth would be about the height of 450 houses, or about the depth of the Grand Canyon, or more than twice the height of the Burj Khalifa.
What?
Speaking of the Burj Khalifa, at this scale, the Burj Khalifa would be about the height of a light bulb. Mount
What?
Everest would be only a little taller than a trash bin.
What?
And despite many people thinking the moon isn't nearly as big as it is, at this scale, the moon would be taller than the Empire State Building.
Damn!
Remember,
Damn!
you are half the height of a grain of sand.
Damn! Why is the moon so big?
Oh, and the sun at this scale
Oh,
would
it'd be
extend
disgusting.
2 times farther than the edge of space.
Damn! Well, that just shows how big the Earth is. Subscribe. Bye! Please make sure to like the video as well.